everybody. I hope it isn't too breezy. The wind was blowing through here earlier. This is my camp. My chuck box. It also blocks the wind. Got my coffee grinder, lantern, cutlery, pretty much everything you need. There's the kitchen sink. There's breakfast. And then a gallon and a half of propane, aluminum bottle for no sparks, and it's also a little lighter. Here's it's too dry right now, so I'm not going to use this as a BioLite. It burns wood, it generates power. And then this is a solo stove with the cooking lid, or just for a fire pit. I like to use that as my fire pit. And I've got a nice little oven for making cookies and bread with a burner. And so I tore apart a big ugly fire pit that was here. Big fire pit, and I stacked this last August. So it's been quite a while. And then I even left some wood covered in plastic for if somebody really needed it to get warm. So I designed this so that, because the wind blows through this beautiful canyon. And yes, that's snow. It's gonna snow the day after tomorrow. And I'm hunkering down for it. There's no getting out of here when it snows. You have to wait till it melts off. Fortunately, that's the side of the mountain that I go out on, and it's very steep back up that way. But it gets good exposure to the sun, except for a few little places I might have to shovel out. Well, let me take you down to the river here. It's not as clean as it usually is because of the snow melt off, but it's the most perfect fishing spot. If you cast your line across right there, your float will actually stay on the other side, and you can work all the way down there on the other side and then down here while reeling it in. And here's my camp looking back. I haven't seen any deer yet or elk. They're usually further down this way and around the bend, way back over there. Well, and here's my little wash area. Nice dromedary bag, holds my water. I put them in the sun so they warm up. So I built this rack on top, and it has solar panels up there. And then I took the screens out because they were real crappy, and I made just screen coverings so it's also shade. And then I hot glued all of this together, the awning and everything, and used it many times in the desert, and then slowly sewed it together after it was all built and designed. And here's my ARB freezer. Bottom sitting at 23. It's full. Put the fruit on top, that way it doesn't freeze. And then the inside, this is where I'd hunker down. Lots of storage, and here's my little DVD player. A little light right here. You just tap, that's part of that BioLite stove, and it plugs right into USB ports here. Charging my radio right now. In case my brother comes down here, I'm always monitoring, although I don't think he'll be coming down. I'm sitting at 13.2 volts and making, my batteries are all charged, so making half an amp to the batteries. And then that cover up there, that also goes right here if you want some privacy yet you want some airflow. And then I put in a boat hatch, and I made a screen cover, and then also a shade cover, so if you want to sleep in the afternoon. So what's nice is the boat hatch You know, it's all vented. I can look at the stars at night. The solar panels shade the underneath so it stays cool. Here's one of my dromedary bags sitting in the sun getting warm. But the best part about the hatch is it's a better escape hatch to get out of this thing if I need to, if there's a critter trying to come in the back. Anyway, and then this is a new addition. I didn't film putting it up because it's the first time I put it up in this location, and the ground's a little bit uneven, so it takes a little bit of time just to get everything taut, because I've got it set up for heavy winds and blowing snow. I put a hole in the top, put a silicone boot, then so I don't get burns or anything. If soot ever falls off of that spark arrestor, they usually use a cover. I made this one to attach through just right straight through the normal strings. And then this is the fly cover, which their flies are poor, to say, from what I understand. They tear, and they're thin, so they're supposed to lay over the top of this and then also shade the sides. So all I did was put in a grommet right here, and then I put a grommet in my piece, and then put a string and a knot and a knot. A knot on one side here, a knot on the other side, holds it together. One over there, and then a guy line holding it out. This is a storm cover. It can also be a shade cover where it pulls out and allows air to flow through but doesn't have the sun in there. But I wanted it to be bright so you guys could see that when it's 10 degrees a couple nights from now at night and it's only getting up to 30 degrees and there's snow everywhere, that I'll be nice and warm. I got wood right here, wood right here. That's all wood right there. This is a little wood burning stove all ready to go. And then when it gets hot, this fan circulates the air. And then if I just want to take the edge off, I can bring this down and light it. It's a 5,000 BTU heater slash lantern. Runs on 3 candles, real clean and efficient. It'll run about 13 hours on 3 candles. I brought my camera gear this time. I'm gonna set up right in a few minutes and take some pictures, and then this evening as well. And then I want to continue sighting in my crossbow. So, and having this space is kind of nice because it gets the equipment out of my rig. Like that's extra sleeping bag. I always carry 2 chairs. Normally I have both of them out, and that's strictly for safety, but yet, you know what, I'm prepared for if somebody comes by. And forget all the social distancing. I saw one person yesterday when I came in, way down on the other side of the river. There's nobody else in this canyon, and I guarantee you they're leaving either today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, because the weather's going to be good. It's literally t-shirt and shorts weather right now, and I'm at 7,000 feet. Now, to get out of these canyons, I got to go about 2,500 feet up. Those hills up there, those are the ones I'll be climbing, and I'll be going out there tomorrow morning. I'm all prepared. That's what's in that bag there, backpack with sledgehammer, chisels. I got a new, let me show you this. A couple of new tools. That's a new tool I haven't used, but it's for this trip. This is a paleontologist pick, and I'll be carrying this up there as well. Notice the nice fresh paint job. I'll be breaking this in tomorrow. That seems to be a good place for the tools. After I've cleaned this campsite up for 20 years and removed countless fire pits that are just ugly. I pitched all the rocks way back down by the river where they have to carry them back up. I've carried the black soot out. There was one right here, and then this one was really, really bad. I brought in a lot of the orange rock, which is the potassium feldspar. And then I'm keeping my trash away from my camp and cooking away from my camp as well. But this is the next place that I'm going to clean up. And it's going to require space in my vehicle, which I'm kind of heavy right now with new equipment. But yeah, I'll be bagging some of this up and then trying to make it look better, because this is where people have dumped their ashes. And I'd really like to not promote, because this whole valley has burned. It was a more than 400,000 acre fire, and it went through so hot that it just like sterilized some places. And then this is kind of a low-lying area. It didn't get burned, but you used to be able to see in the trees the soot from the fire going up, and that's all recovered now. So there's not one bit of trash since I left in August, and today is April 10th, maybe a special day, I don't know. There's no cell service here. I might be able to get a little bit of AM radio with a tuned loop antenna, but the one thing no footprints, nothing, but one golf ball. Isn't that funny? I left it right there so I could show you guys. So somebody probably smacked it from either. It's really hard to get up into those mountains up there and into there. That's very, very untouched. So I'm thinking that maybe somebody over this way or over this way. But anyway, that's my camp. I'm going to do a little bit of fishing maybe. Pretty remote, pretty beautiful, huh? I wish my gray material was green so it blended in, but it keeps the top a little cooler, just a little bit cooler. But anyway, hope you enjoy. Take care, y'all. See you soon. Bye.